up, Soul Tribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another daily message for January 28th, 2020. Now, as I meditated over you guys' energy this morning, just asking Spirit, what is it that the collective needs to hear today? Two cards came out as I was meditating and shuffling, and one card, the first card that, well, actually they flew out together, but I turned them over one by one, and the first card that came out was Miracles. I don't know if y'all can see the name, but at the bottom, it literally says Miracles here. And then I turned over the next one, and that one said Purification. And I took a look at the cards, and I really tried to see, how can I correlate this? How do these go together? How do these map out a story that can encourage somebody today to move through their day with power and excellence and reassurance and faith and belief? And even though they came, or I flipped them over in a certain way, I felt like they were meant to be conveyed in the opposite way. So I pulled Miracles first, but I really felt like it was supposed to be Purification. And if you notice in the card, it is bright daylight outside, but it's also raining. And it's raining on a field of sunflowers. And so there's a lot of positive things going on in this card as far as the growth, the blooming of life, abundance. But there's also something that we find pretty uncomfortable, okay? And that's the rain. And I feel as though a lot of things that we find uncomfortable or that we find are inconvenience are used in order to invoke positive change. So when I think of purification, I don't just think about how in April we have to have so many rainy days just to see the growth and abundance and the rebirth of the world that we live in. Like, we have to go through those rainy days if we want to see those beautiful colors come back to life. Flowers rebloom, trees grow back their leaves. If we want to see the grass turn green and stay green throughout the summer months, it's essential that we water them. And we have to get up early in the morning, because if you get up when the sun is fully out, then you run the risk of actually scorching your grass. So that's another thing, getting out, watering your grass at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's still dark outside because you want that water to settle into the soils. And basically that's your intentions, your soils, planting your seeds. And so when you get up early in the morning, as uncomfortable it is to go outside and actually purify your grass, wash away anything that's trash related or anything that needs to be detoxed, and actually nurture it with water, And so in addition to those rainy months that provide us with such beauty at the end, I feel like another form of purification that's uncomfortable to us, that essentially allows us to grow in a sense, is crying. And so if you guys are going through a hard time, and it's kind of difficult because it is kind of gloomy outside. But the thing is that in purifying something, you may have to go through the storm to get through the miracles. And it's so funny that it's raining in one card and it's not in the other, but the rainbow is here. Okay? So the message that I want to convey here is that you could be going through stormy times right now, times that may be uncomfortable. You may find yourself crying about discomfort that you may be going through, or changes that may be over your life right now that may not be the most comfortable. But number one, I feel as though you're purifying yourself. You're in a process of learning so much about yourself and what it is that you have to offer and bring to this world. And at the end of this, at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the rainy days, at the end of the cold winter months, at the end of the rainy beginning of the springtime, in comes the miracles. Through darkness is how you are able to see the light more clearly. And even though it's no longer daytime, where this is daytime and this other card is nighttime, you still see the brightness of the stars shining. You still see the vivid colors of the rainbow blaring. Why? Because through the darkness, the light is most prominent. And so I'm just here to tell you that if you are going through dark and stormy days, don't give up. Don't give in. Continue to persevere. It's okay to cry. I know it might be uncomfortable to some of you that don't like to embrace your emotional side. But if you really, 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 really want to heal deep from within, let those tears flow. Purify your mindset, purify your heart. You know, let those tears, let the rain, let the water, anything else, you know, and you could do shower meditations. They don't have to necessarily be about you crying. But if you are feeling down and out, if you are feeling hopeless, or if you are feeling helpless, then try some water meditation. Try going to meditate in nature by water, especially if you are in climate that allows that at this time. So basically that's the message from Spirit today, is through the darkness comes light. Through the rain comes the rainbow. Through purification comes miracles. So I hope this message was encouraging to somebody today. I hope that this aligned with what's going on in someone's life today, and this really gave you the motivation to push forward and walk in excellence today, no matter what may be transpiring in your life. Even if it's not the most favorable, just know that when things get really, really uncomfortable, that you are in the process of a breakthrough. So allow that breakthrough. Allow that purification to get to your miracles. Be blessed, guys.